What's going on, guys? It's 2:44 in the afternoon, West Coast time. Yes, I got my damn file drive. Yay! 2:44 in the afternoon, still the 29th of July, 2024. And we were John C. Roseman, California says hello. Just a minute. Come on, you bastard. I'm going to get you in here, and then I'm going to get that drive. I need, I need my equipment. Yes, I do. So I can get this damn thing out. They become more and more of a pain in the ass, but these things are actually are important because too many of these damn things get stolen left and right. Working retail hell, you learn about these things more and more. So yeah, did live stream trying to tell people what's going on, and I'm going to send the generics over to different people left and right. Just a little no. Yeah, John Weaver from Roseman, California says hey and surviving because I'm doing just that, surviving. It was basically a shaker that we actually had an hour and some odd minutes ago. It seemed that Pele is not done with us, and neither was Gaia. And they decided to do a little shaker on us just to scare the crap out of us, and they managed to do a pretty good job on that one there. I still hear earthquakes. I hate them with a passion, but what else am I supposed to do in the situation here? I mean, the thing keeps coming up, shaking the living crap out of me, and then I'm supposed to be able to deal with it? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Holy crap. But here I am, guys. Here I am, trying to deal with it. Meanwhile, back in the ranch. Yeah, I guess some people are going to be able to get this one here and hopefully asking, are you alright? Define alright these days, especially when everything else kept coming across left and right, is a freaking nightmare sometimes. But, here I am. I'm dealing with it. That's all I can do is deal with it. Can't complain about it, but I could. But if I start complaining about it, I guess people are going to be upset about me for that one because I'm complaining about it. But earthquakes happen. Even my dog is freaked out about it. She's wondering where I am right now. How I'm doing right now, I'm still trying to get past the anxiety level. They still haven't worked on the water system yet because I just noticed a decrease in the water pressure. So that's fun. Half the water I got right now, well, actually in big, huge pots I actually had, got dumped out. I was going to get them drained and just put them into a drainer and just let them dry out. I still got sufficient water to get my dog some water. I've still got water for me to drink. As for the water for the toilet, it's a different story altogether, so we're going to be working on that one shortly. But as for being scared as hell of what the hell happened here, yeah, I am. I am terrified of the damn thing. How am I not supposed to be about earthquakes? This damn thing came out of nowhere. But I'm supposed to be fine with it. I'm supposed to be hip with it. I'm not hip with it. I hate fucking earthquakes. Let's put that in a context that I can actually understand. I hate fucking quakes, okay? You can complain about all the damn language I've got right now. I don't really give a rat's ass about it. I hate fucking quakes. My language sucks. I know. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm terrified. Why? Because we actually had a quake coming up here and something scared the shit out of me. So how am I not supposed to be able to feel something about this one? Holy crap. I've been living under quakes ever since I was a young kid, and we're supposed to get used to this shit? I've seen other countries go through major ones, left and right. Irregular. Larger than the ones we've been dealing with. But then again, their construction happened to deal with stuff that's hundreds of years old. We have to be modernized all the time because we want earthquake standards up to specs and making sure our buildings don't collapse on anybody. At least not most of it anyway. I mean, not much of it. But did he ever say anything about how to deal with the psychological trauma? I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all. So basically, I'm supposed to be what at this point? I mean, I could be yelling and screaming at people and jumping up and down. Well, I used to do that a long time ago, but not anymore. And I really wanted to go off on the videos, but actually on the live streaming, but I can't do that, so I just do it on the videos. Just Of course, I could be sending a link to this to my therapist. She'll be saying, "John, we got to talk about your feelings." I'm going, yeah, I think I lost him too. I could try making jokes about the damn thing because it's the only feeble self-defense mechanism I have. Concerning about something totally insane, out of control, and I'm supposed to deal with it calmly enough, rationally. Bull fucking shit. But I'm not going outside and yelling and screaming my head off saying, "This guy's falling!" No, it's not the sky you got to worry about. It's the fucking ground, asshole. It's coming up for you. Oh, it scares the hell out of me either, too. I've got the Palisades. Rancho Vista Palisades or shit like that. Oh, God, I'm losing it. You see how I'm rattled right now because I'm talking more about it? It should be calm enough for it. But I'm not. I am still on it. I am still going through it. I am still feeling it. And I don't know how the hell to get past this damn shit in the first place, to tell you. Adrenaline's going so damn badly, and so is the anxiety level that I'm having trouble speaking and being understood. Dealing with the situations regarding earthquakes is one thing. When I deal with fires, I'm on the same level. I'm on the same level. I feel it. I hate it with a passion, and it drives me nuts. It seems like I am not effective with my communications with people or anybody else for that matter. Because when the fear kicks in, everything else goes nuts. I was trying to find where the hell it was. Rancho Palos Verdes. Holy crap. I was trying to talk to people about Rancho Palos Verdes. It seems like the water table has shifted so badly over the past several months to years in this area. They've been having slow creeps of the ground just slip sliding away. And there are cliffs where places are at that they are crashing down. They are sliding down. We actually had the SoCal Edison oil, actually the utilities out there shutting down areas because it's getting so bad with certain sections that are sliding off. There is even a famous chapel that's been there for decades, collapsed because of the hillsides, and they are smashing into they're going to be smashing into the ocean and in the beach. The hills are just sliding down. There's so much moisture soaked into the layers of the ground of the soil and among the rock strata that gravity is forcing neighborhoods to be more deformed than they already are, and people are losing their residence. I mean, these places are like multi-million-dollar homes. Say goodbye to them. Wayfarers Chapel had been there for decades. This place had been a photographic area that people would use for ceremonies, and a very somber one too. And they would use the cliffs, the uh, the overhangs as something of scenery. It was scenic. Well, unfortunately, the scenery they're seeing right now is deformation of ground and how that's being played out. They haven't showed it on any recent. Nothing recent on this one. Nothing recent on the Google Maps, but they haven't shown the deformity yet. But a lot of images they keep showing on the news every so often about the place. Holy crap. There's a stretch of street. There's a stretch of neighborhood that winds. If you happen to go to Google Maps and happen to type out Rancho Palos Verdes, or if you can, just scrunch up your area until you see the state of California, then head for a little knob right at the end of, or right by Los Angeles. Scroll into the area where it says Rancho Palos Verdes. If you see any landmarks, but see the streets getting tagged with red crossings like crazy, that means in certain areas they're tagged. And nobody can go on these things because that neighborhood, along with everything else, is going bye-bye. The ones above on the cliff and the ones below. And this is scary as hell because these things are happening. There's not a damn thing people can do about it. It's geology. If there's enough moisture in the soil, there's going to be a lot of damage happening these days. I mean, it's on the street of, what was this? Narcissa? Or Narcissa? Narcissa, I think. Narcissa Drive. And it loops. It loops. And this is totally shut off. Totally shut off. All the way to the end where it says Palos Verdes Drive, south. It's in this area that these homes are about to be permanently red tagged. And pretty shortly, facing the cliffs and water and stuff. Just, oh boy. I'm looking at the soil creep, and I'm looking at the current map of what it looks like right now. And what scares me is some of the area that I'm seeing. The geologists hadn't seen any of the further action yet. I'm putting that word, yet. These things have been out there for about 30, 40, 50 years. I mean, at one time, I think back in the 60s and 70s, they actually had marine land, Ranchos Palos Verdes. And then somehow, by eminent domain, they shut down. And then we have the homes. 30, 40-year homes. Nice residents, every single one of them. All unique, all on the cliffside, ready to go. Bye-bye. And there's no laughing matter about this one. I'd seen some of the videos, but when you actually see the creeping happening in front of you, yeah, it makes me feel like, how about sick inside? You got thousands of people live in this area on that knob. Thousands of people having homes, expensive ones. It just pisses me off that certain areas are going to be slip sliding away. I can't make a real joke about the damn thing because this is geology at work, meteorology and geology at work. It's terrifying. I mean, if I'm starting to hear about sinkholes in different areas of Southern California, then I'm really going to be worried about it. If I'm going to hear about it in the Antelope Valley, yeah, I'm going to be on permanent anxiety medication. No, I'm not going to be doing the medication. Screw that noise. I'll just be carrying a paper bag with me, breathing into it all the damn time. Breathing back my carbon dioxide just to get my levels leveled enough. My sats are going to go up the roof on this one. I am just trying to go through some of the areas that I have been through. When I go through the Google Maps and I'm looking at Southern California, the areas I have been through, and then I scroll up in the northern Kern area, which is well above my home, realizing that there's a major fire happening in that area. That doesn't make me feel very good. But then when I heard about that earthquake, it wasn't by Baker, was it? No, no, it had to be by Barstow. Had to be by Barstow. We got a quake out there, and according to the road maps, nothing. At least they should have put into the layer application of the Google Maps of what kind of quake damage or shaking happened in that area. 15 freeway between Barstow and Vegas. It was still having issues a while ago because of a truck carrying lithium batteries got on fire. They finally got it under control. They finally got the lanes open, so now it's free and clear traveling. I think once or twice in my lifetime I drove on that road. No, not me personally, but heading into actually, there was a few times actually in my lifetime. I had to go through Vegas just to get over to Utah and to get into Wyoming, Rock Springs. Let me see the layers one more time on this one. Okay, thank you. Needed to see that. Thank you. So yeah, Utah, Colorado. Where the hell was it at? Where is the Wyoming? There's Albuquerque. I don't want the Albuquerque. What I'd wanted was not Provo, not Salt Lake. Where the hell was it at? There she is, Rock Springs. And you're wondering how come I'm saying something about Rock Springs. I used to have family up in that area. Rock Springs, Wyoming, a long time ago. You see, boys and girls, I did a fair bit of traveling as a youth. Well, we actually did have a car traveling. Dodge Monaco station wagon, full size, blue and green, bench seating, both front and back. We had the lap belts, but no shoulder belts during those days. Until they started switching to bucket seats, then you had the shoulders. But we did a trip. We did a trip all the way to Wyoming in about a couple of days. Hard traveling, too. Ma and Dave would switch off when driving. We actually had our grandmother with us at the time. I had the back end. We actually had our luggage on the roof rack, tied down and bungeed down. So the back of the area was my own area to sit in. I wanted to sleep. And yes, Johnny needed his naps during those days. Somewhat uncomfortable, but that's what you did. See, it would go forward. Actually, was the bench going forward or back? I wasn't quite sure. But I slept on something. We went to Rock Springs. We had family up in that area a long time ago. Coal mining territory. Back then, let's see, back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, I think they actually had mines open up in the mountain ranges and the hillsides. That was something to see. From their home, they could look. They could look at the mountains and see them. Must have been a hell of a view during those days, but I did. I saw it during the time of Thanksgiving. Was it 72, 73? I think we were living in an apartment at the time. Or was it no, it was a house on Van Nolen, close to Ethel. Yeah. We stayed all the way up until nearly Thanksgiving night, and then arguments happened. That was the cause of it. The kid does not mess around with anybody else's stuff in drawers. But being a kid, I was nosy, and liked to tear into people's stuff. I didn't realize a bullet is not a marker. I was trying to do something on a piece of paper that I found. I was marking up a piece of paper with a live round. Ma saw me when unglued. And then the things she did, family wasn't approving of. Yeah, I got spanked. She was scared, terrified, angry. Everything else going through her. She was trying to be a parent at that time. At that time. When your kids get out of hand, yeah. You knew it. It's not the glare, it's the butt going. It rattled the family that my mother had to take charge like that. Everyone said, "It's all right, Marianne. There's no harm done." Yeah, there was. Ma gave me instructions. I didn't listen. I should have listened. And then all hell broke loose. It broke loose. I don't blame her. I was a dumb, stupid kid during those days. But I didn't get hit often. I just get glared and yelled at, but this was dangerous. I could have been hurt. I could have been killed. The bullet could have been off. I don't know. The firing pin was never hit at any time. It was just only the top of the bullet. Didn't matter. It was a live round in my hand. Johnny knew better. Johnny didn't know any better. Johnny had to get the corrective. Had to be corrected. They had an argument, and Ma decided right then, without taking time to cool off, she was packing shit. She was packing her stuff up. We left that night. We stopped at a pizza joint somewhere. Had pizza. Came home. Grandma and Ma, I don't know if they actually spoke to each other after that. Maybe for a short time. But we never did go back. Wish we could have. That was the only time I actually met my uncle before he passed away. He was a World War II veteran. If I understood the stories correctly, he was up in Pearl Harbor when it went hell in a handbasket, just at the start of World War II. He survived bombings, but his leg got, you know, part of his leg had to be removed. He had a wooden leg I kept messing around with at his house. Drove Ma and Grandma crazy. My uncle was laughing his ass off on that one. He thought it was funny. I miss him. I miss all of them. I miss all of them. I look at Rock Springs right now. It's all grown up. A lot more population now than they had back then. And it was quite a trip trying to get over there and back home. And it was so interesting seeing the mountains. That there were mines in the area. I don't know, something about it was just appealing to me at the time. As a kid, it was adventure. It was adventure. I don't know exactly where they lived in Rock Springs, but I knew they lived in Rock Springs and kept getting Casper, Wyoming's news, but also the local news to let them know what was going on. That wasn't the only time I actually been out of state. With my family back then, yeah. Because back in '76, the car was totaled. Long story, different videos on that. I had taken a class trip in junior high all the way over to Flagstaff, Arizona. We were getting over to the Grand Canyon. Took us about 2.5, 3 days just to get over there, and less time than that getting back home because we had some stops to do along the way. I'll maybe do another video about that one when I get a chance. Meanwhile, I'm going to stop this one, get it downloaded onto the drive, and then do another one.